Hello everyone and welcome back to the Spearhead cast with me, Matt. Maybe 4v4 for you all in the Forgotten Battle 4v4 version. Let's go through the players. For the allies, we have Lockhill Lieutenant Dan as Armor Company for the United States of America. You have lending you a hand as Ranger Company for the United States of America. And we have Mr. Whitey White as Royal Armored Regiment for the Commonwealth with Animal Specialization. And we have Sub-Urbs as the United States. They're not moving anything yet. They might be loading in still, which happens to some players. Anyway, for the Axis, you have Kommandeur Camembert as Fallschirmjäger-Division for the Wehrmacht. Okay, this should be fascinating. You also have Chewie as Panzerdivision for the Wehrmacht. And Professor as Propaganda Tactics for the Waffen-SS. And Maverick as Sturm Tactics for the Waffen-SS. Okay, this should be a fascinating one, hopefully.
Listen up, fellas.
Both sides are moving out rapidly to try and get as much territory as possible. And there we go. Finally, we have Sub-Urbs now on the field now. Probably took a little bit to load in. That happens. They're also waiting for command. It looks like this is the mechanized commander. Yes. They're pushing up rapidly to secure as much territory as possible. Maverick went for two double Sturm Pioneers followed by Kugelwagen. Lots of Volkssturm coming out for Professor. Hope to help secure the town. Chewie is going for Grenadier and Volksgrenadier. Pretty basic. And we're seeing Jägers coming straight out the gate for Commandeur. It also looks like they're playing with high resources, I think, which is why they spawn with one command point, which allows the Luftwaffe to get their Jägers out immediately, I think. Well, I'm not an expert on that one, in all honesty. And we definitely have several units coming out here for all the forces. We might have a lot of an engagement happening shortly. Now this is a 4v4, so I'm gonna have a hard time keeping an eye on all the action, but I'll try my best. Yeah, we are actually engaging with the Germans here in the southern part of the outskirts of this town. Looks like the Germans might get the upper hand here. They are only fighting Realism after all. Lots of Volksgrenadiers present. But looks like the Waffen-SS is just securing the town and the northern flanks here. Yeah, America's being overrun by the Germans. Sturm Grenadiers also went down there to try and help. But got outflanked here by some American riflemen. Now the American riflemen are being shot from this building though by the Sturm Pioneers. And those riflemen are probably gonna die. Yep. Which is forcing now entering the town. More American troops are moving up here through the forest. They might soon engage these Sturm Pioneers. Not sure who would win that engagement. Probably the Sturm Pioneers thanks to the Kugelwagen. Now they definitely will. Now the British are pushing into the town here quite hard. They're just pushing upwards down here. The Jägers are coming up behind shortly with some other Fallschirmjägers. Some Fallschirmjäger Pioneers by the looks of it. Meanwhile, looks like Maverick is just going for full-on Sturm Pioneer used at the moment. But if I go and descend here with some Grenadiers and some Sturm Pioneers against the British forces. Shooting on this residential area. I think the British might have the upper hand here. The British are very good behind heavy cover. The British are better at long range than the Germans, I'm pretty sure. In cover-to-cover fighting, so that's generally something you have to get used to. But so far, both sides having a hard time hitting. Looks like the Pioneers here have been equipped with some MP40s. Volkssturm coming up behind it. Looks like the end looks like the Sturm Pioneers are slowly going to move up bit by bit. Volkssturm coming into the firefight now though. And that's enough. Now the Jäger's flanking. That's going to allow the Germans to win that engagement. Oh, those Fallschirm Pioneers have been cut to pieces though. Oh, very good work there from the Americans. MD-15 being equipped here on the Jägers. I'm pretty sure that's the MD-15. Yes, it is. The Americans might still be able to shoot them through the building there, but they will cut that squad out in the open to pieces. Pineapple going out. Oh, Pineapple actually did a lot there. Actually killing the Jaegers. Volksturm coming up to take up a fine line. Pack 36 also present. American 30 kills up in the spawn. A building, it might actually just be a building. Universal carrier pushing up. There's nothing yet to stop it because the Storm Pioneers have no AT weapons. I should have they have grenades, but that's not going to stop a Universal carrier with a Vickers go. Yeah, so that's definitely cutting into them quickly.
Attacking our flanks. Eyes up.
And well, the Germans are holding up in this residential area of the town by the looks of it. Got a machine gun set up. That might be an MG08. Yep. So more Volksturm. Now the British force are pushing up aggressively.
Truck ready for action.
Now Storm Pioneers are suffering heavy losses here. And meanwhile we have Fallschirmjägers now arriving for the Luftwaffe. Pick up the fighting in the town.
Has been improved. We can now build light mechanized infantry.
He has arrived here with an Opel Blitz with a machine gun inside. That might be an MG of some kind, probably an MG42.
Loaded up and ready to move.
And well, more troops are just moving up here. But the British, no, that's an American Ranger half-track arriving. So some Ranger troops arriving in a half-track with a 50 cal on top. Pretty potent little combination. They don't want to get close because there's Thompsons inside. I'll chew them to pieces. Well, the Brits and Americans also have to push up the northern flank here.
Ready. Send order.
They're still holding up the south here with their vertical. And it looks like it's double machine gun coming out here for the Wehrmacht. Wehrmacht has even set up a fort base here. Try and operate from. So the MG4 is just going to go in here. They're getting a good sight over the entire residential area, I think.
Waiting. A lieutenant has been assigned to field ops.
Lieutenant arriving for the Ranger Company.
Warning orders.
Americans still have to find a way to push up here. Germans are setting up a fort base. Sturmgewehrs have been equipped on their Sturm Pioneers. Pretty potent thing, especially if you're playing a Sturm, as you can see. That's gonna make them exceptionally better at assaulting and fighting in medium range. And it's rain, and that recon squad is getting blown to pieces.
Combat unit ready for
The Germans are firmly dug into the center of the town here. I guess that's what the Americans' next move is gonna be. US armor on the flank is digging in with a lot of emplacements, medic stations, and a fighting position. And while the 30 cal will just keep the Germans at bay. Also, this is a German airborne machine gun, but it's getting cut to pieces by the 30 cal. And not sure it'll win that engagement. But the MG42 holding the residential area here will make it hard for the Allies to push up. And while the Storm Pioneers are fighting up here in the open. Fighting against the Coldstream Guard. That's cool to see. Armored cars surviving for the Americans. There's a tank on the nearby though. Anti-strike missed. You don't want to stand still. You guys are going to be an easy target. Yeah, cool 30 cal moving up here, but there's an MG inside that building. But with the Panzerjägers running, Universal Carrier pushes northwards. Now's the Allies' time to push. They need to overrun that machine gun position. Armor piercing bullets though. Looks like we have American planes coming overhead. Might be a recon run. That's most definitely a recon run. It's very low flying. That's going to reveal to the Allies that there's not a lot of stuff in the forest on the southern flank. But a Panzer F1 is arriving. Pack 40 coming up for Maverick here. Looks like Maverick is relying almost entirely just on Storm Pioneers with Sturmgewehrs and Panzerstrikes. Definitely one way you could do it. Most of them on the flank here, but they are being distracted by something else. They've been able to pull back. Americans pushing up through towards the forest. The Fallschirmjägers cannot hold this position for long. Although they are better at fighting in this kind of terrain, they are still suffering from all the American fire superiority. Germans, it looks like the Germans are intent on keeping a hold on this residential area. Artillery being called in. And while the German position on the northern flank here is still being pounded by machine gun fire. British and American troops are still fighting here. Americans have somewhat pushed the Fallschirmjägers back, but now there is an F1 present. Oh, that's the dead American squad, I think. Yep. Looks like the British and allies are taking out this machine gun. That's gonna open another avenue for the allies to push through. Storm Pioneers are gonna push up to try and mow down this British squad, though. And they will. Big mechanized force being prepared here by the Americans. And while the fighting continues here in the south with an armored car moving downwards to help. Looks like the American position on the southern flank might be in peril. Proudmore's arriving, but that's not going to stop an F1. Well, the Free French is arriving. We have Free French fighting on this battlefield. Holy shit! Buildings are catching fire. That looks like it's becoming really nightmarish at the moment.
M3 half tracks ready to be deployed.
Black position set up in the forest. F1 pushing up on some of the roads. The Allies are lacking anything to stop on the southern flank. Artillery landing on the German part of the town. Ostdeutschland Division coming in shortly. The French are trying to fight off the Volkssturm here. And yeah, Panzerfaust got him, but the Free French got out. And lots of firefights going on here. But Germans are pushing up aggressively. Ooh, Port did not get a good shot off that. Yeah, and that's all it takes. One shot to destroy the 50 cal quad. There's an AT gun down here. It's just behind the lines. Looks like it's going for a flank here. I was just trying around to avoid being hit. Be very cautious though. It's going for the Allied mortar. Oh, there's the Sherman though. A2 chasing it down. There we go, A2 down. F1 is still fighting here. Decrewing the AT gun. And at half track is an easy target. And well, the Mthis is still fighting up here. Lots of smoke landing around the battlefield. A little motorized assault team here for the Americans. The French back at the base being replenished alongside the Americans. A2 against F1. Smoke shield going out to allow the F1 to retreat, I think. But that's not the smoke. That's the anti-infantry grenades. But the Germans are trying to help the tank. But the F1 is down.
enemy has destroyed a
Luftwaffe coming up the air though. Apache Megas are moving, advancing rapidly. Mark 5 shipping arriving. Stuka going in on the forest point up there. Company is pushing up aggressively here, using their Sturmgewehrs. Potent Koff troops moving up behind. American fighting position is present though. And more Coldstream guards also present. More American vehicles coming out. American lieutenant on the southern flank. The Americans on the southern flank are losing a lot of troops. They're just lacking in equipment at the moment. This lieutenant is pushing up very aggressively. They're by the Lardnung. Sherman Mark 5. But these Sturmpioneers do Panzer strikes now. Curtis SS veterans also present. Lots of SS troops on the northern flank while the Wehrmacht fights at the center and the south by looks of it. MG-15 grabbed here by an American squad. American lieutenant has to get out of there. That's too much fire. Double Panzer Grenadiers actually. Großdeutschland and 15th. Artillery going in though. Oh, killing the 15th actually. Volkssturm Panzerjäger is also present. On the other side, these Sturmpioneers are still trying to push upwards. That's not working though. That's an American mine. M15 arriving as well as an M21 mortar carriage.
Here goes.
Veteran vehicle crew are called in on the field. Okay. Unique squad available to you if you're playing as armor. Lots of the echelon being prepared behind this. And I wouldn't recommend getting more rear echelon. I would just get some more 3rd infantry and all and stuff.
Rear echelon squad ready for action.
F1 is still present. Command Stuk and double Panzer is being prepared. Volkssturm is showing up the front line quickly. Meanwhile, Sturm is trying to take up. Centaur arriving. Now this will definitely deal with the German infantry. Pretty French are digging in positions by looks of it and have been armed with a Boy's AT rifle. Good attempt with the Regal mine, but against the Centaur, that's not easy. Lucas shot going in. That Centaur has to move. He does notice. Panzerjägers are also up here, but they might be detected. Will they get their Panzerwaffen off? Yes, they do. Sturmpioneer is pushing up here. They all been suppressed. Thanks to the center and the 50 cal position. But he's able to just order them to keep moving. That's it, the Centaur is just getting a lot of kills. American Rangers still fighting in this town area. Squad moving up, but there will be an F1. Oh, didn't get hit because it got too close. There goes. So the Americans are just building Czech hedgehogs to try and stop the advance of German tanks. The Centaur are still providing a lot of issues for the German infantry.
Firefly here. Are we going hunting? We're being shot at!
What's it called in by this Hauptsturmführer? And the Allies are taking heavy losses here. The Germans are really hell-bent on keeping this down. Especially with that MG08. Artillery called in on them though. Well, that's some heavy artillery. 105, I think. Immobilized the command Stuk. But I think it'll be easy to get some repairs nearby. Lots of Shermans being prepared by the British. Even digging in some fortifications. Nice to see.
Ready for orders.
Greyhounds arriving.
Open up, fellas.
And more Free French as well. Good grenade there from the Totenkopf. And here comes another German push. High explosive on the Greyhound, but he got shot. And we're still fighting going on down here. Looks like the Americans are keeping it a little bit cool for now. Command Stroke is operational again. One Sherman coming, the British coming down to help. Got a good shot there. This is a hectic battle already. Panzerfaust almost went out there. This Centaur is in a really dangerous spot. It can like cover a lot of ground.
Anti-aircraft tank ready and waiting.
Another Centaur coming out. That'll have to deal with all the infantry. And any German air that might be coming. Another half-track down. Oh, Americans have stolen their Raketenwerfer down here. I missed that. Fallschirmjäger is up a Fort Camp though. And they 74-2 most of them down.
Panzer IV is ready for battle. Can we shoot something down?
Sherman's fighting the center here. Command Stuk is still present. Not sure if the Command Stuk wants to fight two Shermans though. Oh, good shot there though. Centaur arriving. Oh, is that Stuk? Still a problem. But the Centaurs are proving very dangerous. Greyhound pushing through the lines. Got one shot there, but they're still driving. Looks like the British still held the line there. Good to see. Boxton will be able to get a Panzerfaust off here. Destroying the engine. And that was providing a lot more issues than one would think. Major arriving now for the United States. Jumbo coming up behind us. Meanwhile, we have an ECA arriving for the armor company.
Good to go. Close it up. Change your plans.
Yeah, well, the free range seems to be on the defense, while some mechanized combat engineers are gonna try and move through the forest here.
Crew, prepare for orders. The weapon team is back to full strength. Orders to head down. Pay attention this way.
Fallschirmjäger's holding up in this little house here. There's only three of them. This is a Feuertruppe, I think, or a heavy weapon squad. So they are armed with like an LMG-42 and they're meant to be like a mobile suppressive unit. I'm pretty sure that's what their job is, generally. So we're going in here. Oh yeah, that killed the combat engineers. Howard's at the front line going up for the test. That's a very risky maneuver. Now the Allies are moving in for the town again. With this Sherman moving it through the front. Explosive going out.
Cheeky little flyers.
Was Dorson under flank though. They actually mowed down those riflemen in this ranges in seconds. Holy shit. More Rangers arriving. Jumbo is on the field. Heavily armored Sherman. Now there is EC8 on the southern flank, so how are the Fallschirmjägers going to deal with that is the question. Depending on where the EC8 wants to go. Not sure what that Jeep is doing. That's a 50 cal Jeep. Probably arrived with these, how many engineers I'd wager? My Panzer IV is present. Artillery going in now. Looks like it's being going in from the storm howitzer up here.
Ready to go.
That's a lot of Volkssturm and Totenkopf heading this way.
Standing by. Firefly,
Now, what are the Germans gonna do? We need to be cautious because the Allies do have centaurs. And the centaurs will deal with the infantry pretty handily. Panzer IV is into trouble here. It's losing to the Jumbo and the EC8 working together. Jumbo got the kill.
we have lost a Panzer.
Bomb going in a little bit too late here, I think.
And on the field.
Yeah, a little bit too late there.
Where do you want us?
More costume Gaka for the British.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
Pretty intense front line going out here. Ooh, big hit there on the Waffen SS troops.
Send order.
M15 here now opening fire on the German positions.
Swing guns round. Taking flanking fire.
Still moving up though.
To order.
There's a Sherman here to hold it.
What's that? They're trying to flank us.
Lots of fire going out here. Oh, Stooks on both sides moving up here. You need to be cautious. There's a lot of Shermans here and they dug in. And with the southern flank, the Americans are pushing up now with some more armored forces. I'm not sure how long the Fallschirmjägers can hold them. British troops are still being mowed down against all these Sturm Pioneers. And the second howitzer has been established by the German forces to use for close-range fire support. The French are pushing up through the forest, might not be the best move. They're probably going to get mowed down here shortly. That looks like it. Sherman got taken down there. British SS is getting a lot of kills here. And the Allies are doing not too well at the moment. They're being pushed back very hard by the German forces. You know, the southern flank here, the Germans are still doing okay. They're still holding back the Allies somehow, but it's a very risky position.
Armor ready. Taking fire. We lost a
The Germans are trying to be very aggressive here, but the British armor is still present.
Sherman Firefly complete.
But they're losing tanks rapidly. That Sherman is a hold down, is still holding. Oh, but the Panzerwerks are hitting. Yeah, the British need someone that can deal with these Sturm Pioneers. EC8's coming up for the mechanized now.
Position is sustaining fire.
Half track down. Artillery going in here at this point. Another Stoop, I think. Yeah, that's gonna deny the point for the Allies for a bit. Firefly up here. Not the best place for a Firefly, but it did take out the Stoop. Never mind. EC8s are fighting against the Fallschirmjägers now. This US mate is in trouble.
Combat promotion in.
But you don't want to clump up your Fallschirmjägers like that. That could make them an easy target.
Ready, set,
Will it peach shot? Oh, they're running straight into it.
good effect on top.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Casualties.
That's actually all the Fallschirmjägers dead. Firefly bike get taken out here. They got him. Racer pushing up on the SS position. Oh, they actually took out the howitzers for a while, but they're still killing all the British infantry. Oh, we have a long Tom. That's probably what did it. Long Tom is pretty devastating and will definitely win the howitzer fight. Unique howitzer available to US Ranger. Pretty damn powerful artillery. The Germans are going to recruit their stuff immediately again. Here's the next shield hit. Oh, another good shot!
Ready for duty.
Always like some long Tom.
Gun crew has been lost. Taking fire.
Alright, Stooks are trying to hold that part of the map. That's voice down here.
Button her up.
US armor's not making much of a push at the moment. We have several more long Toms coming up for the United States, which will definitely give the Allies the artillery advantage. You see it pushing up here meanwhile.
Taking fire.
Panzerschreck hit. Didn't do enough damage.
Good fucking hit.
Two pioneers do have Panzerschreck at the moment. Got him.
We just lost.
Oh man, this is pretty intense. Second long Tom is firing, I think. Yep. So the Rangers are on artillery support today. I might have overshot. You do have a Tiger Ace arriving. That's a pretty big deal. Unique calling available if you're playing SS Propaganda. You can have one Tiger Ace on the battlefield at a time. Vox are probably gonna throw a grenade or something there. Oh, what are they doing? Not hard to say, but it has to be careful. So that Tigers gets immobilized, it's gonna be an easy target. And with the southern flank, we have a battle down here. Easy, it looks like it's been winning out thanks to the help of the 3rd Infantry, who has a stolen Panzerschreck at the moment. And a bazooka. Oh, easy, it has to be careful. Oh wait, the other guy has to have a gun. Yeah. He can back off safely. Tigers is blitzing forward. Alongside a big Panzer Grenadier push here. Very risky move.
Squad trained and ready to go.
There's not enough cover here to pick. Oh, they're entrenching the command tank. And so they got a machine gun behind it. Okay. Oh, they're not entrenching anyway. Never mind.
Enemies are swarming one of
Now
our
there are
flank
Fireflies, and the Fireflies could deal with the Tiger Ace. Tulip rockets going out. Only one hit.
Infantry section is ready for battle.
Lots of artillery going in. Command took down. Three French are driving around in an armored car. Very risky move.
fighting positions is sustaining fire.
Luftwaffe is on Overwatch at the southern flank. Tiger Ace is still providing a lot of issues. Greyhound is moving up. Not sure if that'll do much. Oh! Good shot there from a Firefly. Yeah, lots of AT guns there, but Tiger Ace is down thanks to the Firefly. That's a huge blow to the Waffen SS. And just the Germans in general at the moment. The British and free and Americans are still holding here alongside some French troops. And some Rangers coming on the flank too. Houses opening fire. Sturmtiger has arrived. What if after this? Oh, they're trying to fight against the American AT. One long Tom is on counter barrage.
Send orders. We've lost a squad of infantry.
The Sturmtiger though will be very dangerous. And this is quite a battle.
Engine ticking over. All reinforced change plans.
Repair position being prepared here. One howitzer down by the long toms. Long toms do fire a much bigger shell. Not sure which heavy is. Oh, that's the Panzergrenadier. Panzergrenadier's gotten a Panther. Oh, napalm grenade there. And Professor's left the game. Okay, that's annoying. Who's Professor playing as? Not sure who Professor was. One on the German side? Ah, yeah, it was the propaganda tactics. That sucks. Oh, big push going up here from the Mthis here with the Storm Pioneers. Close range shot there with the Sturmtiger, but they did not do much, and they've lost practically all of their Panzer or Storm Pioneers because of it. That was a pretty risky maneuver to do. Bull Panther's being immobilized by the Firefly. Panther down. I think the Americans are slowly pushing on the southern flank here. Yes, not looking good. The Fallschirmjägers don't have anything left. They're getting some tanks though out to just try and hold. Panzergrenadiers moving northwards to try and hold up the front line. Pershing a rank for the United States. And the Luftwaffe is still operating? And they've not pulled out yet. That's impressive. That would be a sign that the Allies should get some AA, if you're asking me.
The enemy is attacking one of our forward buildings.
And the Wehrmacht doesn't have anything left. They only have a flak turret down there. That's a pretty brave move from this re-echelon. On the northern flank, it looks like things are still very chaotic.
Here we go. Get ready to move. AFV ready to go. Take ready.
Sherman is still getting shut up by the Stukas. That's why you need to get AA if your enemy has a lot of air power. Yeah, Pershing is down.
We just lost a heavy tank. Send orders.
And so much is going on in this battle. Long time still firing here though. Good shot. The power of American artillery, everyone. Sturmtiger hit there, killing a fair few things. Not sure what that mechanized officer was doing.
We lost an infantry unit. They got wiped out.
The German position is getting overrun more and more.
Kill those stupid bastards. Ready to move out. Ready. Send orders.
You really need to get AA if your enemy has that much air power. Like, look, they're still loitering. Just get a quad half track and shoot them down.
Tank support is here. Sherman ready.
Jumbo's pushing up through the street here slowly. There's nothing here that can stop it. There's one guy with an LMG-42 down here in the trench. Ah, yeah, he's gone. The German positioning is just slowly and slowly being more and more overrun. A little bit of an armored push down here in the southern flank though. But Jumbo is moving to flank. Just need to go for the Ostwind and the other weapon. There's also the EC8 down here. Panzer 4H will not be able to win against the EC8, I think. Oh, you're fighting against American artillery. American artillery from range is pretty damn good. Like, the long tom is pretty damn amazing. It's a great howitzer. Like, if you want to use heavy artillery as Germans, probably go for Mechanisierte. They get the howitzer that can match the long tom. Assume you only get the 10.5 centimeter, I think, which is not a big enough caliber to match the long tom. And that command tank is still going. Actually flanking the... Oh man, it almost got the Sturmtiger actually. Impressive. And that plane is going in for another strafe, I think. Yep, here it comes. No penetration though, the Jumbo. See, this is why you need to get AA.
Looks like we're getting into the excitement.
They actually do have an AK active, but it's not an AA mode.
RE Sappers reporting in.
You generally want this thing to be in AA mode in order for it to be effective.
Some bugger's shooting at us.
There we go, EC Jumbo's ready again. Now it's in AA mode.
All ship shape and Bristol fashion.
But should be ready to shoot this time. There we go, now it got it. Pretty time to repair their Sturmtiger. Looks like they're still trying to hold on. There's still quite a bit of battle to go, in all honesty.
Here goes.
Yeah, the long toms have definitely allowed the Americans and allies to stabilize the front line. It's looking pretty hard for them for a big while. Oh, good shot right there.
Just got a report of an
80 kills in this howitzer team.
out.
That's a lot of kills. Oh, now another one right there.
Ready for action.
That long tom is an amazing piece of weapon. Never understand American gear. American gear is pretty damn good.
Target down! Target down!
And while the Fallschirmjäger Pioneers, Grenadiers actually... Oh, they're falling back. Never mind. We also have some Brandenburgers on the field by the looks of it. Be equipped with an LMG-42. Firefly holding this flank. I guess that's looking good here for the Wehrmacht suddenly. The Allies are making a comeback pretty rapidly. They just need to keep up the pressure. This recon team has actually been really useful, but they've been spotted. Well, he noticed. Yeah, he noticed.
Just got a report of an infantry unit being wiped out. Enemy rounds! Keep your heads
The Storm Pioneers are moving upwards here. Oh, we have some knife infantry. Interesting to see these guys. We rarely see these guys used. It's another battle group you can get. German down to the Sturmtiger. Oh, took a big shot there.
ready for trouble.
Jumbo slowly moving up. There's little here to stop it.
What the hell? We have a forward structure under attack.
The Luftwaffe kind of lacks reliable anti-tank equipment when they don't have air support, and they don't get good tanks. So he needs to get more Rakettenwerfers or lay more mines. But it's not easy to do at this point. The Allies have really cut down the Luftwaffe a lot. Not sure Puma will do much. Like, it's a valiant attempt, but it's not gonna work, I think. Like, he does have a pack coming up. It's taking a while. Also, that is a King Tiger. Chewie has a freaking King Tiger. Okay. Low lights on the southern flank here. Now, what will the King Tiger use to question? Because that is a very potentially dangerous weapon if utilized correctly. Like, also if it's immobilized, it can easily become a very easy target for long toms. The Germans need to be very careful wherever they move this thing. Looks like it's heading southwards to try and deal with the armored confrontation. Try and push the Allies back down there. Good work.
We are losing a sector.
That tank will definitely not last long against the King Tiger. There we go. I would probably personally order it to only target vehicles with this gun. You don't want to waste its valuable shells and reload time on infantry. Also, are nearby to support it. Good, that's what you want to see. Looks like the Luftwaffe is also quitting. They cannot hold on this anymore. That's the problem with some 4v4, so people are quitting throughout the match. That's generally an annoying sign. Because it's been such a good match and it's so long. I really don't want to just end this one, really. Jumbo against King Tiger. Well, that would be an interesting confrontation. The rest of the King Tiger is just backing off for now. Long Toms are firing again. One Long Tom is aiming to disable the King Tiger. No big surprise, she definitely wants to get rid of that thing as fast as possible. Like, one shell is all it takes to hit the King Tiger with a Long Tom, and that might be the end of it if it does. You need to be very cautious with your heavy tank. Oh, Broadswords are down. Like, you need to be very, very cautious when artillery lands around your tank. That's the power of artillery, everyone. It's the Veteran C5 crew now with 107 kills. Absolutely nuts. The battlefield up here is also becoming very disastrous looking. The Americans have taken over this Mark V. The Brits is trying to push up through the town. The King Tiger is pushing down here. Looks like it might be microed a bit right now. Which makes sense, it's a tank you generally want to micro. Especially in the 4v4. What's we going in to try and immobilize it? As a slight mortar artillery, that will not do anything to it. Company is pushing on the northern side again alongside the Sturmtiger.
We lost a gun crew. Thunder up. Big push coming. A capture point is under attack.
Storm Pioneers are being pinned. Sturmtiger is firing though. Kill the infantry around the Sherman, but not the Sherman itself. King Tiger's gonna have an engagement with the Jumbo down here. Ooh, yeah, no penetration. Then again, the Jumbo has pretty high front armor, but not enough right there. That was a good shot from the King Tiger. I'm not sure what that Storm Tiger was doing right there. Like, seriously, Maverick, if you want bigger howitzers... If you want bigger howitzers than that, place Mechanisierte. Mechanisierte gets the bigger howitzers. Besides, I don't think you should use the Turm Tiger against tanks. You should use that against the fortified positions. That's kind of what its intention is. That's just my opinion anyhow. But looks like the German northern front is being overrun here. Oh, good shot there from the Panzerschreck. That Panzerschreck is at a very good angle. Takes a while to load though. And aim. And then shoot if he decides to do it. Well, the King Tiger is still the southern flank, but it might need to relocate. The Allies are pushing into the town now.
Taking our territory.
That's a Flammhetzer, okay. But the SS has lost his frontal position here. The Germans are gonna be on the back foot now. I think the Allies can just push up. Allies need to keep pushing. This King Tiger is gonna be, I think, the last thing the Germans have that can even try to keep the Allies at bay. They just need to decide where to utilize it. So the King Tiger has found one mark. And that goes. Now it's a veterancy free King Tiger. Like, the higher veterancy this King Tiger gets, the more dangerous it's gonna be to deal with. You don't want to fight a veterancy 5 King Tiger. Panzer 4J arriving for the several Panzer 4Js arriving for the other Waffen SS player.
Forward structure under attack.
Oh, Firefly might get a shot here.
Enemy has destroyed one of our forward installations.
Good shot there with the King Tiger again. And the Allies just keep pushing into the town here. And the Allies keep advancing slowly. The southern flank is very open for them to just utilize, I think. They just need to do it. Another Sherman down. The King Tiger will definitely take out the Allied tanks one by one. But I'm pretty sure the Long Toms might soon have a new target. They just need to zero in on him. Man, the engine on that thing is so loud. Also, they also picked the Panzeroffizier, so it's more accurate basically with its main gun, which is a good choice with it, I guess. The problem with the King Tiger is it cannot be everywhere at once, and the Allies are building up a big tank force to probably overrun it. That's a satchel charge. Yep. German forward HQ down. King Tiger moving out here to deal with the Allied tanks. One tank down. But if the Allies can just immobilize that King Tiger, it's done for. Because if you immobilize a heavy tank like that, it's gonna be very hard to recover, especially at the front line. And this town is like very ruined at this point. I guess the King Tiger is just gonna be on the hunt for a while. Need to use a spot for it though. That's an easy 8 down. Oh, Firefly flanked and got it! Oh, good job there with the tulips. Guess that's what the Allies were waiting for. Yeah, this is over. We're just waiting for the inevitable at this point. I'll speed up time. See if anything else happens.
Unit ready. Heavy armor has been lost.
Yes. Not a lot seems to be happening yet, but the Allies, the Axis is actually pushing up with the AI. Guess I'm just waiting for something else to happen.
Pioneers are reporting for duty.
Oh, the Allies are pushing up for an attack on the base now by the looks of it. Like, what's that to stop them? Yeah, so all the Allied tanks are moving out there. Germans still have a lot of tanks up here.
Get ready. Command half track has been permanently established as a static.
We're not making a move with them. Oh,
Under attack.
a little bit of engagement there. I mean, while the Allies still trying to attack the southern German base. Jumbos are circling around. We're gonna have a little bit of an engagement up here. Don't think the Panzer 48 will win this. They could, but there's a Firefly. Now she changed target, that one doesn't have a gun. Very good. Good prioritization right there. And we have all the other tanks I'm flanking over here. And this German forward base is gonna go down. Yeah, the Germans should just surrender at this point. The two remaining. Oh, and a very good horse shot there, finishing off one SS player entirely. Yeah, that's the end of the Germans. Well, that was an hour exactly. Okay. I hope you all enjoyed this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.